It's 2:17 a.m. Your body is exhausted, your eyes burn, your head feels heavy, but your brain refuses to shut off. It keeps replaying old conversations, worrying about things you can't control, jumping from one thought to the next like it's stuck in overdrive. You turn to one side, then the other. You check the clock again. And deep down, a quiet fear starts to grow. Why can't I sleep anymore? Now here's the part most people don't realize. This is not just a bad night. This is a pattern that is becoming more and more common, especially as we get older. Millions of people are lying awake every night, trapped in the same cycle, tired, frustrated, and slowly losing control over their sleep. And it's not just about feeling tired the next day. Poor sleep quietly affects your memory, your mood, your heart, even your long-term brain health. But here's what should get your attention. The problem is not that your body forgot how to sleep. The problem is that your sleep switch is no longer working the way it should. And if you don't fix it, it doesn't get better on its own. It gets worse. But tonight, that changes. Because in the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly how to reset that switch using simple, science-based triggers that can help your body fall asleep naturally again. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could completely change the way you sleep starting tonight. Most people have been told a quiet lie for years that as you get older, needing less sleep is normal. It sounds logical, and after enough restless nights, it becomes something people accept. But that belief is not only inaccurate, it is harmful. Your body still requires deep, restorative sleep to repair tissues, regulate hormones, and protect your brain. What actually changes is not your need for sleep, but your ability to access it. As time goes on, your internal balance begins to shift. The hormones that help you fall asleep, like melatonin, are released in smaller amounts, while stress hormones like cortisol linger longer into the night. This creates a confusing state where your body feels exhausted, but your brain stays alert and active. And here is the part most people never hear: this system can be retrained. Your body is not broken and your sleep is not gone forever. It is simply out of rhythm. And once you learn how to guide it back, sleep can return naturally without relying on medication or complicated solutions. You lie in bed, staring into the darkness, shifting your position again and again, trying to find a place that feels comfortable, but nothing works. The pillow feels too warm, the blanket feels too heavy, and your legs won't stay still. You check the clock, hoping more time has passed, but it's only been a few minutes. Then the thoughts begin to spiral. You start thinking about things you forgot to do, conversations that didn't sit right, worries about your health, your family, your future. The bed, the very place meant for rest, slowly becomes a place of tension. And the longer you stay there, the more pressure builds. By morning, you finally drift off for a short time, only to wake up feeling worse than before. Your body feels slow, your mind feels foggy, and small things begin to irritate you more than they should. Over time, this becomes your new normal, and deep down, a quiet fear starts to settle in: what if this is just how it is now and it never gets better? Now imagine a completely different experience. You lie down, and instead of tension building in your body, you feel it slowly begin to release. Your breathing becomes deeper and steadier, your shoulders drop, and your mind starts to quiet on its own. You are no longer chasing sleep or fighting for it. It begins to come to you naturally, almost effortlessly. Minutes pass, and without realizing it, you drift into a deep, uninterrupted sleep. You wake up in the morning feeling clear, steady, and restored. Your mind feels sharper, your mood is calmer, and your body has energy again. You move through your day without that heavy fatigue dragging you down. This is not a rare or lucky night. This is what your body is designed to do when it is in the right state. And once you learn how to create that state, this can become your new normal. Sleep is not something you force with effort or willpower. It is something your body allows when the conditions are right, and those conditions are controlled by your nervous system. You have two primary modes operating inside you at all times. One is the alert system, often called fight or flight, which keeps you awake, focused, and ready to respond. The other is the recovery system, known as rest and repair, where healing happens and sleep begins. The problem is that many people go to bed while their body is still stuck in that alert state. Their heart rate is slightly elevated, their breathing is shallow, their muscles are tight, and their brain is scanning for problems instead of shutting down. You cannot think your way into sleep because thinking is part of the alert system. But you can guide your body into sleep by changing your physiology. When you slow your breathing, release muscle tension, and redirect your mental focus, you send a powerful signal to your brain that you are safe. And when your brain feels safe, it gives your body permission to let go and fall asleep naturally. So let me be absolutely clear with you. What you are experiencing right now is not permanent, and it is not something you are stuck with for the rest of your life. Your body has not lost the ability to sleep. It has simply adapted to the wrong signals over time. Night after night of stress, tension, and overthinking has trained your system to stay alert when it should be resting. But the same way your body learned this pattern, it can unlearn it. And once you begin sending the right signals, your nervous system will respond faster than you expect. This is the turning point, because from this moment forward, you are no longer guessing, you are no longer hoping, and you are no longer relying on luck. You are taking control of the exact mechanisms that determine whether you stay awake or fall asleep. And now I'm going to walk you through the most effective methods, starting with the simplest and building up to the most powerful, so your body can follow along step by step. Let's start with number 5. One of the most overlooked but surprisingly effective techniques, what I call the worry dump. Most people carry their entire day into bed with them. Every unfinished task, every small concern, every lingering thought stays active in the background. And your brain treats those thoughts as open loops that must be kept alive so you don't forget them. This is why the moment your head hits the pillow, your mind suddenly becomes louder. The solution is simple but powerful. Before bed, you take a pen and paper and write down everything that is on your mind. Not just a general list, but a structured one. On one side, you write the worry. On the other, you write the very next step. This tells your brain that the problem has been acknowledged and that there is a plan in place. And once your brain feels that sense of closure, it no longer needs to keep those thoughts running in the background, allowing your mind to begin to settle. Now moving to number 4, cognitive shuffling, a technique specifically designed to stop racing thoughts. When your mind is stuck in a loop of worry, logic is what keeps it going. You analyze, you predict, you replay. So instead of trying to stop thinking, which rarely works, you disrupt that logical pattern. You give your brain something random, disconnected, and meaningless to focus on. For example, you pick a simple word and begin thinking of unrelated images for each letter. A dog, a door, a drum, then a tree, a train, a towel. Each image is brief and has no emotional weight. What this does is it overloads the part of your brain responsible for structured thinking. It creates a kind of mental static that mimics the natural scattered thoughts we experience right before falling asleep. And as that pattern builds, your brain begins to shift out of problem-solving mode and into sleep mode without resistance. Number 3 is progressive muscle relaxation. And this is where we begin to work directly with the body. Many people believe they are relaxed when they lie down, but in reality, their muscles are still holding tension. The jaw is tight, the shoulders are slightly raised, the legs are subtly engaged. This hidden tension sends a constant signal to your brain that you are not fully safe or at rest. Progressive muscle relaxation breaks that signal. You intentionally tighten each muscle group for a few seconds and then release it completely. Starting from your feet, moving through your legs, your hands, your arms, your shoulders, and finally your face. As you release each area, you become aware of how much tension you were holding without realizing it. And as that tension disappears, your body begins to feel heavier, warmer, and more grounded. This physical shift directly influences your nervous system, making it much easier for your mind to follow into a calmer state. Now we move to number 2. One of the fastest ways to change your state, the 4-7-8 breathing method. Your breath is directly connected to your nervous system, and the way you breathe determines whether your body stays alert or begins to relax. When you inhale quickly and exhale shortly, your body stays in a heightened state. But when you extend your exhale longer than your inhale, you activate the relaxation response. The 4-7-8 method is structured to do exactly that. You inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and then exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. This pattern slows your heart rate, reduces internal tension, and signals to your brain that it is safe to let go. After just a few cycles, you can feel your body shifting. Your thoughts begin to slow, your muscles soften, and the urgency to stay awake starts to fade. And finally, number 1, the most powerful technique of all, the military method. This method has been used in high-stress environments where sleep is critical, and it works by combining complete physical relaxation with total mental stillness. You begin by relaxing your face completely, including the muscles around your eyes, your jaw, and even your tongue. Then you drop your shoulders, letting them sink as low as possible, and allow your arms to rest heavily at your side. You continue down through your body, releasing your chest, your legs, and your feet until everything feels loose and unsupported. Then comes the key step. You hold a single simple image in your mind, something calm and unchanging, like lying on a quiet lake under a clear sky or resting in complete darkness. If thoughts try to enter, you gently block them by repeating a simple phrase over and over. This creates a mental barrier that prevents your brain from reactivating. When both your body and your mind reach this level of stillness, sleep is no longer something you struggle toward. It happens naturally, often within minutes, because there is nothing left in your system that is resisting it. The reason the military method stands above everything else is because it removes every single barrier that keeps you awake at the same time. Most people try to fix sleep by targeting one problem, either the body or the mind, but this method does both simultaneously. When your face is fully relaxed, your brain receives a powerful signal that there is no threat. When your shoulders and muscles release completely, your body stops sending tension signals. And when your mind is focused on a single neutral image, it has no space left to generate worry or overthinking. This is what makes it so effective. It doesn't fight your insomnia, it bypasses it. It takes your entire system out of alert mode and places it directly into a state where sleep can happen naturally. And once you experience that shift, even once, your body begins to remember how to return to it more easily each night. Now, let's bring everything together into a simple system you can follow starting tonight, because information without action will not change your sleep. About 30 minutes before bed, sit down with a pen and paper and write out everything that is on your mind. along with the next step for each concern, so your brain no longer feels a need to hold on to it. When you get into bed, begin with 4 cycles of the 4-7-8 breathing pattern, allowing your heart rate to slow and your body to shift out of alert mode. Then move through your body with progressive muscle relaxation, releasing tension from your feet all the way up to your face until you feel heavy and supported by the mattress. If your thoughts begin to wander, gently redirect them using cognitive shuffling, giving your mind something simple and neutral to focus on instead of engaging with worry. Finally, transition into the military method by fully relaxing your body and holding a calm, steady image in your mind, allowing your system to settle completely. At the same time, be mindful of what can disrupt this process. Avoid checking the clock during the night because it creates pressure and pulls you back into alertness. Do not try to force sleep because effort creates resistance. Keep your room slightly cool so your body can lower its core temperature, and if needed, wear socks to help that process. Now here is your commitment. Follow this routine consistently for the next 7 nights, not just when you feel like it, but every night, because your body needs repetition to relearn this pattern. Your sleep will not improve by chance. It will improve because you decided to take control and guide your body in the right direction. Tonight is not just another restless night. It is the moment you begin resetting your sleep. You are not broken, you are not alone, and your body already knows how to sleep. We are simply helping it remember. So here's what you need to remember. Your sleepless nights are not random and they are not permanent. They are the result of a nervous system that has been trained to stay alert when it should be resting. And today, you've learned how to reverse that by calming your breath, releasing tension from your body, clearing your mind, and following a simple nightly routine. You are giving your body the exact signals it needs to fall asleep naturally again. Now it's your turn to take action. Try this for the next 7 nights and pay attention to the changes, even the small ones, because that's where real progress begins. And don't lose this. Save this video so you can come back to it anytime you need a reset, especially on those difficult nights. If you're serious about improving your sleep and your health, make sure you subscribe, because I'll continue guiding you with simple, effective methods like this. Better sleep is not something you wait for. It's something you rebuild, and starting tonight, you are already on your way